Now the next track, How Many? What's up with this song right here? Because originally, I heard that Rakim was supposed to be featured on this track.
Definitely, man. Definitely. It just didn't. I think, dealing with the God is timing. I don't think it. Well, really, Rod said he wanted to do the track. His management, and I even called him Kid Capri, sent it to him numerous of times, but sometimes I think Rod be at the top of the now. He's the God. Sometimes he can go to the top of the now and just look at the world from there. So it didn't work out, but who knows? He still got it. I want him to jump on it. It would have been great. I was in the mind state of something from '88, back when him and Kane. I had Kane in mind. I had Coogee Rap. I mentioned them all through the album. KRS One. So I was in that era. And just thinking, blazing something back in the '88 and rhyming for them dudes, because I always rhymed for them, and I always wanted them to respect me, coming out. So I was always thinking, what if I ran into Rod? I remember being in my crib, just writing my name down, and was like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, featuring Slick Rick and featuring Coogee Rap.
So are those the most influential artists on your style? Like when you were coming up, I heard you mention KRS-One, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane. Who was it you feel really had a strong influence on your style?
All of them, man. Coogee Rap had not Rose to the Riches, but One of the Dead or Alive, that album was impeccable. So yeah, all of them, man, all of them. Kane, when I first hit. They all did. They all had something to do with it. And outside of that was the nicest guy I knew at that period was I always say Jizza. That's the nicest MC that I knew. Timbo was there also, so it was a couple of cats that I looked at growing up. But definitely the top 6, I guess. Everybody said the top 5. I don't know if it's 5 of them. But definitely looking at them.
The next song on your track list is Uprising. Tell us a little bit about Uprising. What does that mean?
Uprising, my man Shakim came through and blessed it. Yeah, that was crazy, man. He just came through. He played the joint. It was dope. Heard it along with my man Magnetic, and who's gonna be on the next joint. It was gonna be on He's Crazy. He did this joint called Hood Nursery. He's gonna get a soundtrack. Shakim came through with 2 tracks. I'll tell you about the other one. And it was just dope. It was dope. So that was just me jumping on the mic right then and there. Gotta get off my chest. One taker.
All right, now on your next joint, Melodic, you got Hellraiser, who you've worked with numerous occasions. And,
of course.
Tell us about the process of making Melodic. How was that?
Melodic was, God's Wrath, they did the track. They came through and did the most of the tracks, but they came through because I met them. I was already almost done with my album. I was almost done with the album, and they came through and I heard these beats, man. They just gave me these tracks, man. I was out in Europe, I think, doing some shows out there, and they ran into me. They was with Shabazz the Disciple, and they was like, "Yo, Priest, we was looking for you, man. We've been looking for you." And Baz told me, he's like, "Yo, man, they on another level." I was like, oh, "Okay." I heard it. I was like, "Yeah, I like that, man." That's cool. They came through. They gave me a CD, and I heard Melodic, and I was like, "Oh man, this beat is crazy. I'm doing that." So initially, Timbo was on there. I gotta get him back. Timbo was on there, but I think I kind of wanted to hug that track, man. I was by myself, but Razor, I couldn't take him off because he really rocked it at the end. Timbo was on there, he rocked it, but no, he had to come do his verse over, something like that. So in the middle, I was just kept writing, man. I was like, no, I'm gonna continue doing it. So that's how that. And I did a song called Melodic, so it's called Melodic Part 2 because I did a song called Melodic. It's never been out.
All right, now the next joint is a term that we're familiar with. Priesthood.
With Il Nadi.
Okay.
Melodic was with Il Nadi. I was trying to think of his name.
Right. With priesthood, we're familiar with the term priesthood, but now we have priesthood on the offering. How has priesthood changed since the previous times we heard priesthood?
Right here, right on my neck. See that? Tattoo. That's the Priesthood. Priesthood was my first time ever stepping out and being independent. It's me leaving MCA, gaffing the corporate industry, and just saying, man, I had enough. And at the same time, they didn't want me to. That's why I had to get real with it. So Priesthood was the first album I did for solo. So, and that's also my name. So it's like I had to take that and do a song on it. When Sing 720 came through and blessed me with that beat in New York a while back. So I like the Cali sound of it. I had to blaze it.
Cool. Now, the next track we got here is Energy featuring the Horsemen. Now, I know that's crazy. What was that like to have the Horsemen in one room again?
Great. You know what I mean? It's like a pilgrimage that we all went through, that we all come back together, you know. So the Horsemen are gonna be crazy. They came through. First it was me, then it was Raz, Kaz, Cannabis, Corrupt. So that's the order you get, you know what I'm saying? So Corrupt, I mean, actually, Cannabis gave me a rhyme that was so fucking long and crazy. It was insane. I was like, this dude is nuts, man. And Raz, Kaz came through, you know how Raz do it. And then Corrupt just beast out on it. I really like that one. The beat was done by Fourth Disciple. It was like, I think Fourth had that beat for a long time. I've been hearing a lot of things, you know. A lot of cats told me that beat was around. So, but it's genuine, man. It's Fourth Disciple. Working with him again was great. Mm-hmm. So also, Fourth did the original beat to Gun for Gun.
So, what's the future for the Horsemen?
Future for the Horsemen is an album, hopefully. Definitely, I ain't gonna say that. Because me and Corrupt is kicking it. And that's all you need. You need Corrupt, Cannabis, and Raz. Federal March. So it's just gonna be the Horsemen. We don't even know what you should call it for. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people. Mm-hmm. You're a horseman, I'm a horseman. When you like to be a horseman?
Mm-hmm. So when can we expect the project? Because now you got us in anticipation now. When can we expect the project of that caliber?
Time will tell. I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Next joint is Ghetto Jesus. What's Ghetto Jesus about?
Ghetto Jesus is getting familiar with the Lord, something that a hood can understand. But it's putting Jesus to, you know, because I don't see Jesus as everybody else. I mean, churches do. You know, I got to relate to somebody that everybody else can relate to. And it was just something witty. That's all. It was just something witty. I thought about the Last Supper, flipping that into some gangster stuff like that real quick. So everybody, but it's to intrigue the thugs out there, and those cats are doing something that something spiritual don't have to always be that way. But I came into y'all world to bring that type of, it's just a hot concept, man. That's, to me, Ghetto Jesus is my 10 Crack Commandments.
Okay. Now the next joint is the title track, The Offering. Now this is the title track. Tell us about it. How is it important to the album?
Chucky Madness. See, Razor gave me a CD. I heard the beat. I fell in love. I was like, okay, this is where I want to go. You know, he was like, yo, Chucky Madness did that. You know, he's at the studio. I was like, I asked him, I was like, yo, who did that? He's like, Chucky Madness did that, man. As soon as I did it, I just dove right in on it. And then Razor had came through with the hook, like, you know. So that was just dope. He was there, and I was doing it, and it was like that's just the beauty, man. That's the first song I did for the Offering. Ghetto Jesus that was the second.